Right, guys, good morning. One thing I'm going to talk about today is something that a member he's just come up and asked me about. So I've actually just spent half an hour explaining to him what he asked. So basically, he asked what day is the best day to have a cheat meal. So I replied with, well, what's a cheat meal? So the one thing that I'm going to try and get across now is people's relationship with food and how some people can form unhealthy relationships with food. Cheat meals shouldn't be cheat meals. Unless you are below 15% body fat and you're stepping on stage and you really need to look at your diet and cleaning it up and not having foods that disagree with you, that cause water retention, things like that. You don't need to be thinking of food as a cheat meal and clean foods. Well, what's a clean food? Do you wash it before you eat it? I mean, genuinely, what is a clean food? I've got in the fridge, I've got a Muller yogurt pot with chocolate balls. Now I'm probably going to have that after this video. Does it mean I'm going to put weight on if I have it? Well, no. Does it? So yeah, cheat meals. What is a cheat meal? He said to me, what's the best day to have a cheat meal? And I said, well, if you're going to have a cheat meal, have it on, or a bigger calorie meal, shall we say, you're better to have it on the day that you're training legs, because legs are your biggest muscle group, the biggest calorie burners. So if you're working it off each other, you should have your cheat meal then. So this goes on to a bit of consistency and compliancy that I actually wanted to talk about. Consistency and compliancy. So we were at Leisure Industry Week on Wednesday, this last week just gone, and we went to a seminar by a guy called Phil Learney, and just look him up on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, anything, because the guy's fantastic. And we were on about consistency and compliancy, and he came up with a brilliant analogy. So it was two people, and he said if both people buy 100 guitar lessons, then which person's better off? Well, the answer is neither, because they've both bought 100. So if one of them does 100 hours of guitar lessons and the other one does 100 hours of guitar lessons, then which person is better off? Well, no, they're both the same. So the other question was, if one of them does 4 lessons a week and uses up his 100 sessions, and the other one does 1 session a week and uses up his 100 sessions, which one comes off better? The answer was the guy that does 4 sessions a week. Even though it's over a shorter period, because he's doing 4 a week, he's getting the consistency and he's getting the compliancy. He has time to practice in between, and he can practice what he's learning. So that's the guy that is going to be better at guitar. So same in the gym. If you're doing PT or you sign up for a gym membership and you come once a week, can you expect to see results within the time period that you've probably set yourself? Well, no. If you come 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week, nothing too drastic. There's no point saying, I'm going to come 5-6 times a week, because realistically it just doesn't happen. 3 times a week, you are more likely to see results that way than rather coming once a week. So going back to goal setting, when you sign up to the gym, when you sign up to personal training, especially what we do here is when you do sign up to personal training, or if you're having a meeting with us about a training program or about personal training, we'll set goals. We'll talk about goals and what goals are realistic. So is it realistic to set yourself a weight loss goal that you want to lose 2 stone within 2 months? No, probably not. Would it be realistic to say that you want to lose 2 stone over 6 months? Yeah. Anything that you do achieve under that time period is just a bonus. So you need to think, what results do you want? What goal are you setting yourself? And leading on to this, one thing that I wanted to talk about as well was intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Are you intrinsically motivated or are you extrinsically motivated? And the difference is that intrinsic motivation comes from yourself. So I, for example, could wake up in the morning and think, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm going to do it at 11 o'clock in the morning because that's my best time to work out. Or going completely off topic, I could say, right, I'm going to go and fill my car up today because I need to do it. Extrinsic motivation is where it has to come from someone else, which is usually why personal training gets involved. So, again, not pulling away from personal training, is you could have two people that go to the gym, and one might say to the other, are you going to go to the gym tonight? I'll go if you go. And that's the extrinsic motivation, because that person needs another person there for them to say, yeah, come along, come with. And that's pretty much almost what personal training is for. It's because some people need that extrinsic motivation, which isn't a bad thing. There's no good or bad, right or wrong. Some people are intrinsically motivated and other people aren't. So decide whether you're intrinsically motivated, extrinsically motivated, and come up with some strategies for that. If you're extrinsically motivated, then talk to a friend about going to the gym and meeting you there, or speak to a personal trainer, or some gyms have these gym buddy schemes that you can do. And if you're intrinsically motivated, then you know that you need to set yourself your goals and stick to them. But be realistic and be compliant with them. Don't expect to see results and success if you're only going to come once a week or every other week, or if you're going to come, do 2-3 times a week in the gym, but your diet's absolutely crap. And going back to diet, cheat meals shouldn't be cheat meals. If you want to lose weight and every Saturday night you have a full pizza to yourself, then there's nothing wrong with having half a pizza to yourself every Saturday night. You don't need to cut it out. You don't need to eat chicken, broccoli and rice. You don't need to have 6-7 meals a day, 5 meals a day, whatever, of chicken, broccoli, rice, turkey mince, whatever. That's what people call a clean diet and a bro diet. You need to enjoy the foods that you're having. Like I said, I'm going to have that chocolate yogurt pot in there. I'm not going to put weight on if I have it. It's like 4 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs and 4 grams of protein. Doesn't mean I'm going to go hugely obese. If I had 8 of those every single day, then yeah, we've got a problem. So yeah, cheat meals. Don't make a meal a cheat meal. We need to stop referring to meals as cheat meals. If you're overeating on something, then halve it down. If you're having 4 takeaways every single night of the week, well, if you automatically have 2 takeaways a week, you're probably going to lose weight because you're not getting the excess calories. It depends where you're at in your fat loss journey. Like I said, if you're below 15%, then you're going to have to be a little bit tighter with your diet. But you need to form a healthy relationship with food. Otherwise, you become that narrow-minded person that says, "Oh, I can't go to the cinema because I'm dieting. I can't have that because I'm dieting." And my coach or my trainer said I can't eat that because it's bad for you. Too much of everything's bad for you. There's 9 calories in a gram of fat, 4 calories in a gram of carb, and 4 calories in a gram of protein. So if you have steak, eggs cooked in coconut oil, full fat milk, things that seem healthy, they're really, really calorific. And at the end of the day, if you're in a calorie surplus, you'll put weight on it. If you're in a calorie deficit, you'll lose weight. It's as black and white and as simple as that. So yeah, be consistent, be compliant, motivate yourself or motivate someone else, and don't think of meals as cheat meals. So I hope you've took a little bit away from that. Any questions, just give us a shout, but enjoy your week. Cheers.